If there's one thing that can lead to a game-changing understanding of both the fretboard and your flexibility in music, it would be learning triads. So today I'm going to show you a wonderful exercise you can go through that'll get you comfortable playing triads and make sure that there's no gaps in your knowledge. So what we're going to be looking at today are closed position triads. Those are triads where all of the notes are within one octave. They're very kind of bite-sized, malleable chords that we can use anywhere. And we're going to focus mainly on the D, G, B strings, and then depending on how long I ramble, we might look at them on another set. But what we're going to do today is we're going to take a particular chord voicing and inversion, and we're going to run it through the circle of fifths. Sorry if you can hear a truck backing up outside my condo. Now, we're going to start at the key of C, and we're going to work our way all the way around the circle of fifths, and we're going to stay in the same inversion. There's going to be diagrams popping up here if you would like access to these diagram files so that they can help you in your own practice. You can check out my Patreon down below. All of my patrons get early access to videos and all of the diagrams that show up in these videos. So to start out, we're going to stick in the same inversion in the same chord type, and we're just going to follow it all around this set of strings, all around the fretboard. So if we were to start in C, it would be up here, and now C is going to go down to F, which is down here at the 3rd fret. F then goes to B flat, which then goes to E flat. I need to climb here. It's going to go to A flat. Then we have to go to D flat, to G flat. Then we're going to climb up all the way to B, down to E, or up to E in this case, because I'm trying not to play open strings here. So we go up to E. E is going to go to A, to D, to G, and then we're back to C. So one more time, if we were doing this fast, I'm going to just quickly show you how this would work, how I would recommend doing this. So I would set a metronome and I would play half note. So here's a metronome at 88 beats per minute, and what we're going to do is we're going to play half notes. So we want our chords to last for 2 clicks of the metronome. So this exercise would sound like this. There you go. So that's a great way to do it. If you have to start slower than that or without the metronome, that is of course no problem. But now that we've done it with major chords, we might as well repeat the process with minor chords. So now, starting in the same spot, root position voicings, we're going to start in C minor here. And so this would go C minor, down to F minor, up to B flat minor, up to E flat minor, down to A flat minor, up to D flat minor, down to G flat minor, up to, this would go to B, then we're going to go up to E, then we're going to go down to A, then we're going to go up to D, then we're going to go down to G, then we're going to come to C. Now you could, of course, repeat this process with diminished chords, and I encourage you to, but because diminished chords are significantly less common than major and minor, I'm going to skip over them in this video, but it's very good practice to do. So now that we've done major and minor in root position, the next step is to try them in inversions. So now let's try a 3rd and bass chord, or a 1st inversion chord. So this, and when you see these diagrams, a note is hollow in all of these. The hollow note is the root, and I do that so that when we play chord inversions, you can see where the root of your chord is. So this C chord we're going to start on is actually way up here, 14, 12, 13. And now we're going to just do the exact same process, but they're all 3rd and bass chords. So C will go down to F, we'll come up to B flat, we'll go down to E flat, we'll come up to A flat, we'll go down to D flat, comes up to G flat, then this is going to go up to B, down to E, up to A, down to D, up to G, up to C. So there's that. Let's try minor inversions now. So 3rd and bass, but now they're minor chords. So we're starting here with the C, or C minor, I should say. And so C minor, now we're going to fall down to F minor. Now we're going to come up to B flat. We're going to go down to E flat. We're gonna come up to A flat, gonna go down to D flat, up to G flat, up to B, down to E, up to A, down to D, up to G, and then we're gonna go up one more time to C. Okay, we have one more set of inversions to investigate here, and that is going to be fifth and bass. So these chords are pretty easy to remember. Now our root is going to be hanging out on our G string, and you can almost think about these chord shapes as if you took your A string bar chords but you didn't play the A string. So starting in C, we have 5 5 5, G major coming up. I'm going the wrong way around the circle of fifths. C is going to go up to F. Gonna go down to B flat, up to E flat, down to A flat, up to D flat. Then here we're gonna go up to G flat. Then we fall down to B. Then we're gonna go to E. Then down to A, up to D, up to G, down to C. Now let's do the same thing with minor. So we start out C minor here. This is going to go up to F, down to B flat, up to E flat. We have to go up to A flat in this case, down to D flat, up to G flat, down to B. Now we're going up to E, down to A, up to D, up to G. And again, we can repeat that process with different diminished voicings, and we can do it on different sets of strings. Maybe I'll do a video on that in the future. But that is a wonderful way to get these triads under your fingers. If you do this for 5-10 minutes a day, you can pick an inversion and a string set a day and just go through them. Over time, you'll start to be able to take these chord progressions that you're playing in real music. Like say we were playing D, B minor, G, A. And that gives you this flexibility. So rather than just going, which there's nothing wrong with this, but what if it was? Rather than being fixed, it allows you flexibility. Anyways, I hope you found this video useful. If you did, please consider liking and subscribing. It truly helps me out more than you could know. If you're looking to take a guitar lesson with me, there's a link to get in touch with me down in the description. I'd love to work with you on whatever's troubling you on the guitar. If you're looking for a different way to support me and what I'm up to, you can check out my Patreon page. All of my patrons get early access to videos as well as all the diagrams that show up in these videos. So I'd love to see you over there. It's a wonderful little community of guitar lovers. It's a great space. So I'd love to see you over there. If you're looking for a different way to support me, you can check out my ebooks and my video courses, also linked down in the description. It's a great way to get some more in-depth educational content from me than I can go into in a 10 to 15 minute YouTube video. And last but not least, I have new videos coming out every single week, so I hope I'll see you in the next one. And until I do, I'll wish you a wonderful day, and I hope you have some fun playing the guitar. Thanks.